quarter-final match in the closed qualifiers, which means the winner of this one will be going on to the actual minor. They'll be going to Berlin. They will be facing off against the best of CIS on land for a spot at the major. So it's a very important match, to say the least. They will still have an opportunity in the lower bracket if they do end up going out right now. But this is essentially their best shot right here. Winstrike and Syman, two very different caliber teams, if you do ask me. And you know, the name values sort of in this server will kind of prove the point. Edward, obviously, being one of the standout guys. He's subbing in as a trial, a lone player from Na'Vi. And Winstrike certainly will be the favourites for this series from my perspective and from the fan vote, and of course the odds as provided by our partners at GGBet. Our first map of this series is Train. It was picked by the Winstrike side. Syman picking Dust 2 and Overpass being our final map left over as the last. As we get straight started into the B site here for Winstrike. Nealon with two quick headshots on Bondnik and a Lion. And Norba also going down. Syman ready to cut off the Winstrike side. Takes it to a 2 versus 5. The bomb plant might get secured by Kick, but he's now going to get suppressed with no Kevlar as well. Aim punch going to hurt him as Keels comes in with his own kill. 2 kills for him and Nealon around that corner. Edward comes up with 2 as the Veteranity tries to strike, but he can't get anything more done than that. 3 alive for Syman. Final trade from Torek first on the board for the CT side. And despite the map pick of Winstrike being Train, it is one of the sticking points for Syman. Could potentially be a good map for them. If we go to a third of Overpass though, then I feel like Winstrike will have this series under their wraps. They have had quite the win rate on it in the past. Second map being Dust 2 as well, which in theory should also favour Winstrike the same. So we're only looking at a 2-0 or a 2-1 victory for the Winstrike boys. A lot of people wouldn't be too surprised at the 2-0. We'll find out in a moment whether that actually ended up being the case. The early round will go to favour of Syman. Winstrike trying to find a way in on the eco here. No bomb plant obviously obtained, but they can still buy the rifles in round 3. Slow plays out information, giving up and taking away. Norbert looks to be the first man out, spotted out by Perfecto. Meanwhile, Kit comes in, spots out Torek, takes him down with a nice double link headshot. Controls out Ivy as Edward moves in at Pop Dog, takes Perfecto out to 5-on-3. A Lion now ready around this corner over to the old held position as Keels moves up and gets tapped down. 5 versus 2, Winstrike. Clinical as anything on the full eco will finally lose their first in the post-plant positions as Ramzik and Nealon trade back to 3 versus 3, or 3 versus 2, excuse me, but Edward's still here to strike. The Eagles up against Ramzik, tags him up, can't quite take him down, but will keep him pushed back. And Syman up on the bomb site, now spotted out. The headshot will come through for Edward, almost for the third of Ramzik. As the trial stand-in tries to stand up for the Syman squad. 2 frags to his name finally as Edward and Allian are dealt with. Bondnik, last man here with the Glock in hand, knows exactly where Ramzik is. No defuse got on the CT player. Obviously, he may have already run out of time. Smokes on, Bondnik will spot him. Tap up, tap, 1 point of health, and he's going up in flames regardless of how this duel ends up for him. USP to get the kill. But all 10 players die, and Winstrike come out with a round on the board. Full eco, they gained everything they could have possibly wanted. CZs and Deagles come in as standard here for the Syman force back round. Winstrike obviously with a full AK and AWP setup for not investing a single penny into the last one, and of course getting so much return. Well, I say single penny, but I mean they did have Deagle out on Edward, so there's that little caveat, but semantics. Point is they're getting around for the eco. Certainly is a big positive pickup there for Winstrike. Perfecto does strike back with an eagle to kick things off in this round. Down on Norbert, the first casualty here. Torek also has another one on Edward as well, suffering the same fate as he was able to dish out in the last round here. Now Perfecto getting that AK back in for a 3-for-0 trade. Winstrike. Slow, progressive push-ups, and in the end, they fall down for it. Ramsey gets down, kick, next man up is Bondik, last man up is Bondik. He gets one headshot, spray back on Keo, trying to do some damage, but now Ramsey's here for the adjustment. The AUG spray just about lines up, and they do get a second round. Syman. Well, more like Winstrike than anything else. I think there was more blunder on their part of things. I mean, it's not a great map for them here, Train. But again, it's the reason why it's the main sticking point for Syman. And a whole range of series over the last few months, beating out various different opponents. Avangard is the one thing. It was like, okay, actually this map might be legit, but then they've taken losses to the likes of Forza and AGO and alternate attacks. Syman certainly looking to win out this CT side and win out this matchup as a, or this map here, right here as a whole. Torek taking out Edward as Perfecto strikes first onto Norbert and kicked down at 1 point of health. Probably should end up falling relatively soon here. Indeed, Keels will deal with the line. Now turn back around towards Ivy, where Bondik shows his face. Kick also going to go falling, so all left to Bondik, 1v5. Backed up in Olof, Nealand's ready. AUG. Spray back, bomb dropped. Third on the board for Syman. And what should end up being an eco this time for Winstrike. That was a force buy. And then a Glock's out to play for here. Neil, early responses out here towards the quick B. Brown Hall's control. Spraying for Nealand, rams it with the LWP, standardizing row down. Edward also getting close, but Nealand ends up with 3, rams it with 2. Nice and easy there. Again, standard eco rush. Syman now forced Winstrike to get the buy out here. It's 3 rounds in a row, 3 rounds of loss bonus for the T-side forces, so the Krieg can come in from a line. Give my eyes on him as a primary talent here for Winstrike, because he has been proven to be very, very good. One of the better CIS AWPers that we have at the moment. Krieg in for him for the moment. The AK is out. He's only got a single frag in the first 5 rounds, but Nealand, straight up aggressive play out towards the Brown Halls. Oh, but right hand face looking for Ramsey. Nades in, flashes over. Does not see him though. Ramsey's going to play extremely carefully here with the AWP, ready for first contact. And as soon as he sees that first T-side player, he'll take him down. Bondik faces up, Perfecto takes him down. Opening frag for the CT forces. He'll play right here, ready for kills with the trades back. Flashbang completely misses up Perfecto as he lines up the triple and drops the bomb. And Winstrike get dismantled here for the rifle round. This is looking really confident from Syman, actually. Maybe I misestimated their chances on this map. I said, well, make this the sticking point, but it's Winstrike they're taking on. Norbert and Kick, last 2 players. Bob, of course, dropped out in T-con, so they've got to retake the CT positions. Norbert will be able to strike on Nealand, but isolated here by Torek. Sprays back the gap to 4v1. Kick, last man standing. And yeah, 10 seconds to his name. Ramsey gets the kill, but 3 for Perfecto is the main man of the defensive, and really just shut that whole round down from there. The Eagles and CIS come out for Winstrike here on yet another half buy. Smokes down from Perfecto as well. Gonna keep Winstrike at bay for the initial A default setup, but really they're gonna go towards B site instead. Nice nade in from Neil, and what a read onto Edwards' angle. And Molotov's in, ready to receive the smokes. Flashbangs out to allow him to face up here, looking for anyone here at the T side line. Will spot the feet. No, he doesn't see the feet of Bondic. He will now. Turn on eventually as the small gap to the flames clear. Perfecto and Neil line up 3 between them. Sprays comes back and Perfecto still tapped. Oh my god, Perfecto, what was that? The patient play to get the kill on the man at ramp and still turn left to the gap at the edge of the bomb site. And still win out the fight. What was that? What was that? Good shooting is what it is for Winstrike. 6-1 on the Syman board. And yes, both teams have a pretty drastic CT side basis for this map, but Winstrike still needs some sort of T side presence. Still needs some way to get the CT side started, and already nades coming in against them. The AWP shot for a Lion, however, will take out Torek, as Winstrike have had enough of the shenanigans of Syman, it seems. Norbert catches off Neil and spots him a small little bit of the smoke, giving up his position. Not quite high enough to cover off the CT's head, so 5-on-3 situation. AWP shots for a line, expecting T-Con presence, but no such thing will be shown out by Syman. Three players up to Pop Dog, Norbert and Edward. Moving in behind electric box, checking out the bomb site. There is no one here for Syman to defend A. Or rotate it to B, and probably going to stack up here and save their weapons because, I mean, this retake's not going to come through. I mean, I say that, and there are 4 players at $10,000 before the end of the round. So, you know, if they threw away their weapons now, then it wouldn't make much of a grand difference in the economy game for Syman. And yeah, they're going to be like, yeah, this is cool, this is fine. And the main justification is obviously that there's no sense in throwing away the weapons because obviously you're not going to win the retake, so what's the point? Which is absolutely justifiable, I think, for Syman. You know, even though the economy game's still there. I mean, personally, I'm a bit more of an idiot, so I just throw the weapons in there, just be like, yeah, let's just go for the retake, let's YOLO it. Syman playing the long game for this one. They're going to come out the better for it. Loads of money flowing for the CT forces and very little investment by comparison to a regular round loss. Utility should get brought down, Neil, and no troubles. Going to be dropped out the AUG by Perfecto. A second AWP going to come in from Torek. Ramzik. A second AWP going to get dropped out to Kios instead, so... One player out to the B-bomb site, the other one out towards Connector, looking in towards T-Con. Looks like a very aggressive fall-in will come through from the CT forces. Nealon pushed up aggressive alongside Ramzik here. Having the first couple of frags to go their way, Norbert might just give up the ghost. Oh, the flashbang does not quite open up a frag, but Norbert will still spray on and evade the death of the AWP. Get the information out and spray on Nealon to get him down to 4. In fact, the nade may be able to finish the job. No, it bounces off the wall. So not perfectly placed from Norbert, but a good start here for Winstrike. Responded back to by Perfecto, though. Nade perfectly placed, and again timing it well against Winstrike, where Winstrike are going. Pushed up from Norbert and Edward. They get above the smoke, looking through the window. Now giving up the info that they have popped or control. Syman not contesting it. They are just kind of being very passive about this. One player between 2 of the trains, another one watching out Ivy from passive, another one on the bomb site ready for the T-Con push. And Torek Trying to aggress Pop Dog now. The flashbangs will come in, stop him from pushing any further. Norbert out of the electric box. Will spot out one as Perfecto goes falling. They don't quite get the kill as the Lion trades right back. Kick comes in towards A2 and deals with Kios. And last two players now, just last one standing near. And early damage done. He's got no chance in as a result. 1v4, falling back towards CT Spawn. Winstrike will win out their third. A nice execute does come through with a good default that started off with a lot of damage. I mean, damage was a turn back by Syman, but no kills came in. Right up until the execute happened and Winstrike took the advantage. 3-6. So Syman with a very good start in the early part, but like I said, Winstrike needs to mount up a good T side, a decent T side, because they're mostly relying on that CT side to bring the rounds back, as are Syman here. So the closer this early scoreline is at the turn of the half, the more it favours Winstrike. The Nealon does go down towards CT Spawn. No rifles stay in for the Syman squad. Hearing ticks in my head, I believe that they may be considering the pause out here, Syman. Again, wouldn't surprise me. But in the end, not going to do it. Trading information, I guess, you know, asking how much HP each player has, etc. T-side quickly up and into the B default. Suspected that Syman might have a bit of a broken fight, but the AUG still in play, and Nealon will make it no. Norbert, first man down. Traded back by Bondic as the bomb goes down over to default. 4v4 retake with damage done to the T-side line. What can Syman do to get it done here? Orbs in, Molotov. Ooh, that was whiffed by Bondic. Very much a bad nade. And Kios will get caught off to the backstab by Kick. 4 versus 3. Now Winstrike have the advantage, and Syman off the back of that loss will concede the round, save their rifles one more time. And Winstrike, after a very rocky start to the T side, have now mounted up quite the offensive. Another kill comes in for Ramzik on Kick. 3v3, but 3 rounds in a row for Winstrike. Syman now going to be working off the 3 rounds loss bonus, and from here on out have enough to invest in. A tactical timeout will be called by Syman this time. Of course, on for another round, another rifle round here between Syman and Winstrike. We've got Kios, excuse me. The Pop Dog control for the CT side. He's going to aggress quite far in. He's got backup in Perfecto. We'll rotate back towards the connector area instead. Initially, he was looking on to the T-con area. As Norbert jumps faces, nades in. He's going to try and force the issue back on Kios, and we'll do a lot of damage to him, in fact. First kill comes in, Kios takes out Kick, re-smokes down to get control of Pop Dog. Norbert also dropping in. Considering the drop in at least against the CT forces. "40 seconds remaining. Kios sprays on, finally gets that trade back for the T side line and looks into the A bomb site, which is already being covered up by Torek. Second base around the corner, deals with him, but gets traded back by the Orb of a Lion. Bomb now can make his way up and over. Edward with that on his back. Flashbangs over towards Connector. No smokes. Eventually the Molotovs will go down and smoke will go out towards A2. So Lion watches in from Ivy, realizing that AWP might be in play from Ramzik. Edward and a Lion both caught off. Perfecto sprays onto the AWPer, gets the man advantage back for the CT side and gets a crucial weapon advantage as well. I think another big green gun on the defensive. Ramzik. Perfecto looking to face in on Edward. Bursts through onto the bomber itself. Bondic takes the first. What the spray? Oh my god, okay. That's turned things around. A very, very awkward looking one, but it works out regardless. Perfecto, last man standing. And Edward will swing out, get the kill, and get the 5th for Winstrike. Just when Syman felt like they had all the control. Syman's tactical does not do much for them in the really bolstered economy state of the CT side is deficited. Down and down, reinvestment after reinvestment. Now they've got only pennies to work with. The buy will still come through with the AWP and AUGs and M4. But even so, limited utility and no full buy for the next round. Max loss bonus and everything coming in. Still 60 seconds remaining for the Winstrike execute. Flashes come over, align with the AWP, catches the first of Torek. Smokes and flashes over towards the old hell position. Will cover off the T-side as they make their way around the back lines. Perfecto also spotted. Up in, can't connect the headshot, will fall back. Lion will certainly do damage to push him off the Molotov, eventually burning away at Perfecto as Keels looks around the corner. Norbert not ready for him, but he does get the spray back to do damage. A 4 versus 4 in situation will ensue. Nealon on the back lines will be able to get a backstab potential in against Bondig. AWP if a Lion chimes through though, and Nealon does trade Bondig back. For a second, it's a 2 versus 2, but a Lion fragging away with the AWP. 3 kills to his name, and Ramzik close. Kick spotted, no scope lands, and now it's a 1v1 AWP duel. 10 seconds for a Lion. He's got to force the issue away. Getting back to the bomb, trying to see if he can get it planted. Very open for Connector. Ramzik not going to face up, but the USP will actually get there, get the kill, and get the second on the board for Ramzik. A 7th overall for Syman. AWP's in, the AK's out, the AUG is on 3 with the M4 for Kios. He's both teams out of buy here for Syman and Winstrike. Kick will get pushed away early on. Torek aggressing out towards Ivy. Takes him down. Norbert exits out from the B bomb site. Nealon trades on Edward. The Lion will strike back. Looking on towards Connector. The flashbang's going to be completely evaded as he continues to watch Connector area. Gets on top of a white train as well to get a bit more presence on the bomb site. Meanwhile, Ramzik trades back one of his forward teammates. 2v4 scenario. Spraying from Bonnick will trade finally. Look for his second man. He gets the AWP down. Keels also lines up, but traded. Now it's all to a Lion. Last man left on the bomb site. But traded back by Perfecto. As the defuse will come through for Syman. They are going to take the CT half at 8-5. The Winstrike, all these rounds been looking pretty impressive from them. The big numbers being posted up by some of the big players. Can still see a world in which I make this 8-7. You can see right now the big numbers really being posted by Perfecto, Ramzik and Nealon. Anywhere from 11 to 13 frags on those three individuals. And the AWP in for Reliant. Taps up Ramzik to get things started for the T side. Not quite a kill, but damage done to the AWPer. Might force him to much more passive positions for Syman. Winstrike with a HP advantage will look for what looks initially to be the A bomb site, at least the utility setup towards A. An execution coming in. Well, Kick will move out, spray onto the first man. The bomb not committing, it's going back towards B. Neil Perfecto wraps back in, turns onto him, expecting more T-side players to be pouring out, but Syman quickly catch on to what's going on. Norbert will trade back Nealon, 2-for-1 favour to the T-side, now making it a 3-for-1 favour to Winstrike. Low HP for Norbert. Bomb planted down, 2v4 retake, looking like Syman are going to go back and save here. The LWP for Reliant does get ready for Kios and does trade back to his secondary frag. Vector backed up at Ivy, no choice but to save his gun. No way he's getting this retake together. So once again, Winstrike make it close. And that's very concerning for Syman because, again, both teams have a very, very CT basis when it comes to this map. So the fact that Syman aren't running away with a massive advantage here is a detriment to their potential in train, or on train, or in this series as a whole. Spotted out Perfecto. Does turn around for the exit, okay. Just keeping control. As round 15 comes into play, last one of the half, and heavy investment for Syman will leave not a lot for the CT forces. Mag 7 for Leon will be out. Molotov's in, trying to force Syman away. Winstrike. Weapon advantage. Utility advantage. HP advantage now. Perfecto being forced out of position here onto the pop dog area. Will make his way inland still, and Norbert will know that he's recontested the pop dog area. Just keeping his eye on that murder hole in case he decides he's going to move even closer here. Orc from a Lion does peek up towards the Ivy position. Gets Torek down. Flashes in, two T-side players round the corner with Kick coming in. Watching out towards the old hell position. Edward makes his way up, spots out Keo's burst, comes through from the pistol, but in the end it's Edward with a 5-on-3 situation favour to the T's. Ramzik will strike back with his own AWP. Fall away towards A2, watch out the bomb site as Perfecto gets tagged up of his own accord and back in with a secondary frag. 3v3, Kick trades back on Perfecto, so Ramzik's really the man doing all the heavy lifting. The Mag 7 from Nealon hasn't gotten much done as of right now. The USP will peek in, look for Edward, tap on his headshot, take him down. We're back to evens once again, with even more nades coming through to do damage to Reliant. Smokes in for flashes and excuse me from Ramzik. Checking out the bomb site. Nealon will cross out to Electric Box pretty successfully. Reliant can't quite find him out here. The LWP turns on towards the AWP instead. Now Nealon taps the bomb, sticking the defuse. The spray will come through from Kick, and unfortunately they will not be able to sneak away with a round there at the end of the one. Syman 8-7. Still a very good CT half, all things considered, but again, I have my concerns. How much of this is going to come back to haunt them in the second half? Because again, Winstrike also have a CT basis. Syman's is more CT bias than the Winstrike guys. And Winstrike, it's their map pick. Kick will start things off. A Lion there with a secondary frag on Ramzik. 2 quick USP headshots and a 5-on-3 instantly gained by Winstrike. Torek will try and strike here with the bomb planter of Kios. Also spotted out by Kick, who gets 2 more headshots. Triple kill for him, clinically placed. And Nealon can only get 1 trade back before he's dealt with 3 from Kick. Not even with any Kevlar. Headshots are all you need as the pistol favours the boys of Winstrike. No bomb plant for Syman, no buy-up for them either, no force investment. It's just going to be pistols. P250s, the Eagles. Glocks in on 3 and the Zeus out for Kios. Good shot from Nealon, kicking things off from Kick. Things nades up against him, will be forced back. Nades do even more damage to the T-side line. Norbert frags back on Effector at long last. 4v4. Burst in from Norbert, takes out Kios. Nades comes back again. Bondic deals with Torek as well, so no more ace-like presence. Syman only with the B-halls, only with the brown halls. Norbert ready for them. SMG, close range rounds it alongside Nealon, who does get the kill back on the Deagle. Probably will get the bomb plant out of this as well. Actually, second in face in. Okay, damage being done. Should he go for even more? I doubt he should. He should just go secure the bomb plant, and unfortunately he got greedy, so... Still, 3 kills for him. Damage being done to Winstrike. The investment will be pretty heavy in this round as a result. Syman, of course, with the eco, have the rifles back into their own right. 2 Kriegs, 3 AKs. .60 seconds on the clock here. Syman just playing out the defaults, not giving up anything, not giving up any kills, not gaining any kills for that matter. It's 100 points of health on every single player. Edward will just be holding back of his own right. Syman move in here towards upper. Keo's first man out. Krieg onto the bomb site looking in also. Sprays up, Kick takes down the first. Ramzik trades it back as Torek will also fall. Syman do get the 2-for-2 trade eventually. The bomb plant should be secured by the man. 3-on-3 retake coming through, but look at Edward creeping close against Perfecto. Sprays on through, looks for the next man of Ramzik, but he can't quite get him down. 19 points of health, he will just fall away. As Nealon continues to aggress even further forward of this one, Edward will try and catch him off guard, but can't quite see him. Look onto the bomb site instead where Ramzik is so close, hidden off by a single couple of pixels right here. Eventually he does get a headshot back to him, so we stand at evens one more time with the T side facing away. No one really to stick on the defuse as well. Bonnet will punish that. Take out Ramzik looking in for Nealon as next man up, not seeing him towards upper the AWP. Will turn on for the flicker. Lion! Good stuff. Bonnet will get the defuse. It will be a team ace for Winstrike. Great reading, great reaction, great flick adjustment. There's a reason why this guy is top fragging for Winstrike. Only a couple away from the top fraggers of Syman as well. 17 kills to just 14. Syman face up and over. 3 players in Ivy. 2 more holding out the default. So Lion gets the first kill on Keo to trade it back. Ramzik comes through towards T-Con and Edward. We trade it back by Bondic. Nealon responds onto him. Syman gained the man advantage overall. Torek making his way in. Norbert making his way up. Also from Connector, spotted out by Nealon. So Torek can try and aggress this position. The bomb plant will be secured. At least that's what you think. But Norbert sprays through, doing damage onto Torek. Can't quite take him down in the end. Perfecto sprays on Kick, deals with him, leaving Norbert alone. He'll save his weapon for this one. Syman go 9 up and only 1 away from the Winstrike lead. And Winstrike with their own economy state isn't going to be... most confident buy. CZ's on 3. Scout out for Reliant. AK for Norbert. It's Krieg in for Torek. Rifles out for everybody else. Standard stuff for Syman. Probably should end up winning this round as well, going back to evens against Winstrike, and with the economy game being the way it is for the CT side. That might also be a lead gained by Syman. Nealon nades up, Edward takes him down to kick things off. First trade positions will be established here by the CT side. Kick comes up with one. Torek there with a quick trade. Grabs that bomb as well. Watched out by the scout of a Lion. He's great with the AWP. Let's see what he can do with the weaker sniper. Tag up on the first man. Getting up to the bomb site as well, changing his positions. Norbert, meanwhile, considering aggressing down towards the Ivy angle, but the smoke keeps him suppressed, so he only puts the nade on. No damage done to the T's, and 30 seconds now remain with Torek. Moving up, smokes down. And Nealon rounds the corner. Should spot Norbert, should spray him. should get the frag and secure the bomb plant for Syman. So 4v3, will Winstrike go for the retake, or will they just save the Kevlar and in the Lion's case the scout? Yes, they will. Put themselves at exit frag positions, but other than that, it's going to be a simple enough 10-10 even up scoreline for Syman. Other than the weapons saved in for Winstrike, it will just be an eco round, and Ramzik and Nealon will make the point known by taking out the first two players quick on the peaks. And Bondic here with the AK on top of the ticket booth. Not going to get forced away by the Molotov. The smokes will go down, certainly, and Nealon will check it, eventually spray on through. Nice and easy stuff with a quick hit from Syman, going as well as you would expect it in a round like this. Norbert grabs that AK, but probably will just fall back. Syman will gain a lead off the back of this one, 11-10 on the T-side board. Not 2-1 trade coming out in this particular instance. Norbert actually does get the damage done to Syman. Can't quite go for the defuse, obviously, but a couple of good exits. Trying to keep the economy limited for the Syman squad. At this point, they kind of need it for Winstrike, and they're going to force them to drop weapons onto the part of Kios. Indeed, AUG rebought down by Torix, so slight damage, but in the end, the economy maintains its control for Syman. 10 grand on Ramzik pre the buy. Obviously, that won't be the case after the buy. But Orb still stays in play. All the weapons come through for Syman. Winstrike. Full automatics in play. No AWP. Which kind of makes sense. The economy doesn't quite line up on 3 rounds lost bonus, but Winstrike. Get another round back on the board. They need to try and take a lead away. Syman maintain their advantage since the turn of the half. Orps in, nades out for Norbert. Does damage on to Perfecto and Ramzik. Can't quite tag the Orp down as much as he wants to, but the AK may be a better pickup. Two T-side players make their way up, and Norbert and the Lion will try and challenge it. Headshot for the first AK. Second spray down, already for Nealon. Almost turns around for it, but only damage done. And a 2-for-1 trade that favours Winstrike might set up the retake coming through. The CTs are rotating, including a backstab for Edward that will come out over to the Brown Halls. A Lion sprays out Nealon. Can't deny the bomb plant. He will go down to just 29 points of health. Nade not quite landing close enough either on Nealon's position. The AWP will strike out towards up and not take a frag, but will reveal his presence and try and keep Winstrike away from that angle. Nealon finally takes kick back to 3 versus 3, stalling for time, and time is ticking away for Winstrike. Lion gets close. The spray still works out for Nealon, though. 3 kills to his name. He's done the brunt of the work for Syman. Edward finally gets back to backstab positions, but it's too late. The main CT forces have fallen. He will get the exit frag alongside 1 kill coming in for Bondic, but not enough time to get the defuse. Nealon will chase out Bondic, try and take him down. He will go up in smoke, but he does get the 4K on the way out. A brilliant round from him. And a 12th on the board for Syman. Line gets past us as AWP for the Winstrike side. Pushing aggressive towards Ivy as well. He knows his Syman like to go here, but not quite getting the kill just yet. Flashes over from Winstrike, which smokes up. .60 seconds on the clock. Syman to make their strike happen. They already know the AWP's in play. They don't know about the M4. Syman on the clock really low for this as well. Good Deagle in for a kick. Thank you, Auto Director, for taking it away for the moment the kill comes through. Nealon trades back, meanwhile towards T-Con, though it may be well placed, but in the end the pistols go falling. It's all up to the AWP and M4, neither one of which is on the B site. The bomb will rotate, get planted down at default. And the AWP of Ramsey will attract a little bit of attention from a connector, but ultimately not get killed and not get a kill back. He'll place himself up there. Molotov in hand and everything. Diffuse kit is on Norbert, no smoke. We'll get sprayed up, leaving a Lion alone. 1v3, and he's just falling back to save it again. 5 rounds in a row for Syman, max loss bonus for Winstrike. Score remains 13-10. Syman in the lead, and finally Winstrike will take the tactical pause, realizing that this is not the situation they wanted to be in here. Again, this is Winstrike's map pick. They were the ones that decided on train. While Dust 2 kind of does fall to their favor anyway, it still would be a pretty big loss if Winstrike were to concede this first map. Especially against Syman, who most people wouldn't rate as the big sort of heavy favorites in this one. Like, everyone's going into this thinking to themselves, right, Winstrike should take the victory. It should be a simple affair. Right now, it's proving to be anything but that right now. The AWP face in, and Ramzik's so ready for a Lion. A good like 6 or 7 second advantage above the position. And now Nealon spots out Edward to the Ola position. Takes the secondary frag. A 5v3 instantly gained with damage done to kick. The secondary AWP brought down by the Winstrike side. And the CT setup has just been dismantled by Syman. As the one that comes in with one quick frag on Nealon. Torek. Mom on his back now, rotating to join the T-side forces over in the brown walls. Bondic might get this info out. I think he's going to definitely hear Kios at least, but will he hear Torek is the real question. Norbert and kick. On the B bomb side defensive, one back, one front. The Molotovs come in, but no T-side players will pull their way out. Meanwhile, Bonnet's got a bit of an advanced angle here towards T-Con. Drops that bomb with Kit coming with an AWP kill of his own right. It's back to 3 versus 2. A chance port, but Keel's so inserted into the CT line. Takes down the AWPer and now leaves it up to Norbert and Bondic. Norbert, no frags so far. Bondic with 2, and Norbert will go down as the bomb site is secured. The bomb plant comes in over towards Stopper, and the last man is left over on Ivy for Winstrike. Org in hand, he's got himself 2 frags. Needs to get himself 4. Nailing on Perfecto, bounces it off instead at the ticket boost. Break comes back, damage going to be done. And Keel's ready over towards A2. (14 to 10). Two rounds remain. The fourth back, of course, coming through from Winstrike. The rifles in on 3. 2 SMGs for Norbert and Kick. Will aggress down with the SMG, try and keep control of the brown halls. If we can get one pick back here, that'd be great. They need an opening frag here, Winstrike. Every time they faced up to the advanced angle, Syman have always gotten the kills and have been completely untraded by the CT side. The minute and 10 to go on the clock. Perfecto in, Nealon takes out Kick, Norbert's ready for. Perfecto sprays in back to 4 versus 4. Damage being done to him and a Lion also on 52 points of HP. Bonder gets ready, Norbert here with the nades up. Can't do any damage more to the T-side line, but holds his nerve regardless. Flashes will come through and Norbert better call for some sort of backup. If he goes down now, there's no one else on the bomb site to defend it, and he can go down so easily on just 2 points of health. Fortunately for Winstrike, T-side looking like they want to face towards the A bomb site, and Bondic will deal with him as appropriate. Keel's dead. And the CT's fall right back. Torek gets himself back towards the back lines, takes out a line of 3 versus 3. SMG for Norbert moving in. Torek and kneeling over the crossfire. Nothing SMG can face, but Bondic could. He takes out a bomb plot and Norbert still gets the spray as Torek's completely distracted. Nealon, last man standing, gets himself a frag, but a time runs to nothing and Bondic comes up absolutely massive for Winstrike. The one kill that turned the whole tide of the round. And map points not allowed just yet for Syman. Winstrike have a bit more fight left in them. Ops and AKs out for the T side, M4s and AUG on Bondic, of course, deserving of that upgrade from the last round. Nealon comes in onto Edward, takes him down, opens things up again for Syman. Winstrike needs to get this trade though, they've lost everything off the back of these opening picks and kicked too far up close and personal. 5-on-3 situation. So once again, Syman gained the control and Winstrike can't take it back. All 3 players bunched up on the A bomb site. If this bomb wanted to go towards B, they'd be completely uncontested. Be nothing they could do. The rotation will come in from Norbert, realising the danger. Meanwhile, Syman, their way up and about, out to Ivy. Norbert spots out Nealon, does take him down. 1 frag found. 2 G's up there, turn around, kills with a great reaction on towards the Lion. And now it's all left to Bondic and Olaf. They know where his position would probably be based off that last one. He will face up, take damage on the turret, will do even more damage towards himself. Kios will do with Norbert on the rotations. The bomb can rotate out towards the B bomb site, and Bondic can't contest it. It will go towards A. Bondic leaves it B. And probably concedes map point as well. Immediately gets taken out here. All 5 alive. Oh, sorry, all 5 dead, excuse me, for Winstrike. All 5 alive, wow. All 5 alive in the afterlife, perhaps, for Winstrike. Now have a tactical timeout. See, the odds have actually tipped ever so slightly to the favour of Syman now that they're about to win their opponent's map pick. SMG's brought down a scout in for Elian. That's the full-blown rifle to Syman. I gotta imagine this might just be GG right here. T-side just face up and over, continue. Looking in towards Ivy, 60 seconds on the clock with Winstrike having only 1 man and a lion out here. Taps in from the AWP, gets tagged up initially. That's a good start for a lion. Nades in against him, can't quite take him down. Done a little bit of damage, but now only a HP advantage for Winstrike. Nealon about to make it a man advantage. He reads Bondic, and Bondic actually does get the kill. Lion rotated out towards the B-bomb site as Edward holds down. Not even looking the right way at the right time. 4 versus 4. He gets traded. The bomb moves in. Norbert moves up. SMG at the helm catches vision but can't quite get down Ramsey. What is with these late timings and late reactions from the CT forces? Meanwhile, Keels makes his way in. A Lion here with a scout. Got to land some sick headshots. Can't even land on the Keels. Eventually turns around for the wall bang. 3 versus 3 scenario. Syman may be able to concede this. As back in. Quick scope back on Ramsey. Meanwhile, the backstab in from Norbert will deal with Torek. 10 seconds on the bomb to get down on the bomb site. And they will plant for Summit. Spraying on the AK, trying to get a Lion down. Molotov almost burns Ramsey. Eventually, Perfecto turns around for the frag. 1 versus 3 left for him as his teammate goes down, and now he knows that both CTs are coming in from the same positions. Turns around, sprays on through, spots both of them, knows that Lion's on the low ground. Sprays takes him out. Reloads quickly against Bondic. 1v1 HP advantage for the T-side play. He knows that he's got this one under wraps, and indeed he does. 16-11. Map 1 go in the favour of Syman. After the pick was established by Winstrike. A CT half advantage.